Kenge makalabari semewolam. Mungba wakebo omna troko kurma ne 2023 buebo akati amia emanu wakebo omna troko kurma wari. Na mia kwemekwen troko muwa bubo. Oribe ane Dr. Dawari Ibietela George. Oribe ane miesi akati ogbo governorship candidate 2023 buebo election me. Dr. Dawari George ibolate.
Ibietela.
Sakipam bravo treme a mungba mwana ke ekwemetoro mebo me da tolu abiba apom teme ilamieteke ebe ane one Kalabari TV me egbote pike wa mien wana miema wa ke menje troko mubra ime pike erite wa himeteke be an kuma ye a mungba ni baka wana ke bomunjo legi me somu tari ete abiba kigbula ya ne Kalabari seme kinimi anga ati yemiba kati ogbani All Progressive Congress APC ani smismi ani mi akati ogbomebo ikwama peke ibi konama mie korite e an Jamie Sake beki an semi opiki kobrite peke ye sign him ani kuma ala birim peke yerite that iso je akati ogbo miesi akati ogbo mute Kalabari me biba ibra na biba oke duku inapre igote sawaye.
All right. Yeah, I met a come nabe. Sakfama bravo. Kibola question me. Sakmengba, aram pakrete kuma because Kalabari nekwa ngute apeke, and go. APC we so me inganike APC we so. I go to APC we so is that atari go to politics akameti theater and Jumweme is because abim around APC me ke bala platform ke ye am brands me ma mweme akabio aine wari aye ke office and office all of them ke aine ye wara ite kuma ayerim that wabo latabra Ibietela smelled, yes, so feeling that I'm not behind that. Buying it a fire and making them, you don't have the space for, again. And it's manga over time, yes, all the became anywhere with that. You go there and just maybe anytime you have imagine him so that imagine is manga in it, Ibietela smete korwa korite, metamame ibimara in yabe by Nathan just maybe. So now go to APC mewe so again in our camsa applique boy problem so yana, but I beam that I'm not beam a year, to criminal pro my Nathan Jome space me yana.
Okay, sawa bravo. Iya kobro bavani ana iluka meja ko. Indike ina mina imanu ko kama na pekini so minite ina sabra.
Actually I begin to pray that Zimbo in the Sawa. I begin to pray that ya Sawa. So Sawa and on their own voluntarily them in the Sawa. Because Sawa so I became at all, but also prayer that go in a sour. But Anjo APC Japo in a sour, PDP Aposo in a sour, Japati Aposo in a sour. So APC Apoingaria, APC Mebo sour in a sour in Abiumbo voluntarily and in case sour. I never up till now, but also to give in the good that in a sour no sourpo and those who believe in you in PK they have committed that imwanga imua they believe in your leadership, so it's a voluntary thing. Japo sopa Japo in a sour, but they still believe in my leadership in APC Gwemi.
Moka bimba igbola ne 2023 akati mebo iyo ubra ibi yana kuma indi yeteke Kalabari me epre bariboyi koma treme yan go sete kwen ibi ba Kalabari me pikiti yepre.
Me question me pakreme is a bit technical in the sense that and me make Kalabari television But I believe that in the next 2 weeks or so, yeah, I'm a state me prayer go try me before I mean sake a Calabar prayer.
I got a minute
because Calabar me is a
yes. Calabar bem. I'm a fini and I'm a
Anani, yes, but I not do that. Abu and Sakme Lambe, I will address it because at town hall meetings, Yanawa. So I Calabar Nama Lawa Sake, I do get na prayer me aye barai. But Moko a state may address here because first and foremost, a Calabar governor here, a state governor, River State governor of Calabar extraction, yeah. So if Moko, the first comment about Ayewaye, a Calabar Dugombe, yes, people will say charity begins at home, and so it be rare. I'm sensitive to the fact that Calabar cannot, be discussed when I have not done the entire unveiling of it. And if I will address the one that concerns Calabar, Ogoni, na Gboloma Iso Adugoa, Ahoda na Gboloma Iso Adugoa. But yeah, Agbere Dugo in response to this question specifically, and yeah, amateur. So Calabar situation, Calabar challenges, Calabar Bofuka already, Anaima and Nimifanre. And not just that anime, apeke, Calabar na, ye Gboloma, over the years, particularly, Biograma that a Calabar, 2 major Calabar local governments, may I represent Yane House of Reps, and I made an election message. I went around all the communities, both in Asaritor and Akokotor local government. So, Anjo, the challenges, na in Abufukame, Aningba, Arari Farmer, even as House member, I know within my legislative ability, so I am. So it is now that state governorship is giving me a greater platform and the greater opportunities in terms of resources, reach, and all that to address the same problems there during when I was House of Reps member. But between that time and now, Tonwa is so peke pakate. Now there is a challenge that before now, and of course, especially this issue of flood, this issue of security, the security challenges and gender dimension, okay. So these are things that I will address. But Sakme Latebe, Aramapo, Waningba Legite, can you do na prayer? Yes, or peke in so ye prayer, yes, or in a pokete in so in a ye dugoa. But collectively, why is that at the end, why ye ni biai, why you are not just for Calabar, but for River State.
Pa akati boloma emebo wa mi esete kwa mwane Calabari semebo wa wete ni mibrabo to mi Calabari na wo me brabo pakabo rete be mi mba ini so miji semeke sebeda mo Calabari mo wa alabo dumo lulu bricks me yana re orane accord wa piki APC di kuma wa piki toyenko me yana re piki japo na piki mi honorable Somoma wo Jacris oriso emi te imbiba biba imiji semeke sebeda mo mina pamate pakabo wa apma Calabari pangemebio indi mungbe ne baka katimebo balafa kala ike epra iboye inambu mebo te bewa ya megba ne mungbe ne baka kele balafa ke prete trokojo akatimo ne balafa sote ke pre bariboye
yeah ningba warapo waningba Calabari so balafa ambiofori am pakabra tamno me kenike office busue the people, using God's by instrumentality of the people. I know can hear. Ordinarily, Tomapo complain here that Calabari, Bakam, the people who have come out to run for governorship. Yeah, I don't see it that way. I believe that in Pakabobra is a sign that Anjo Watonwapon Yanam who are qualified, eminently qualified. To govern the state.
Mini bolumate alapona amame na bolumate be mungbe ni baka kurote ke ipeme na bo ania na imena bo prekuma ndi imena asiapma bo ndi ikuro pere wa bobo biki and stepping down for the next person.
In Ganamaya yes Igbola, do you think that is possible? Calabari means that we are Republicans. Is that possible? So Abi we are a question and question me pakri because And it means that, and scenario is difficult because Minapuma, they are not running under Calabar parties. They are running under political parties that have no affiliation to any ethnic group. So in any so it will be seen as betrayal of their parties because party Mebo, non-Calabaris and party Mebo, and nobody will want to present himself as somebody who is an ethnic champion. No matter how much you love your people, you must love River State that you want to govern.
Imete. Moko moko kunumaita kegbula nane. Trema kunumaime kegbula. Calabar Mebo ani amiji semebo. Iye kweme Calabar me pakre dar. Ane moko Calabar TV bi ani emi ana gote kweme ke da Calabar me mi dar. Amangangabra. Calabar Mebo far. Calabar me ngengeri amiji semebo amangangabra me far be can sing all these cultural things, traditional things and naimangba far. And moko emibo sibi dapuma ibioko and yetemina manganga brama bua elem sake wa mamukuma Calabar Mebo japo wana solmate wana mamebu mungbeni baki yo bra biye na kuma indi miete mina manganga ma pakabote ti troko muebra ke bote bigan moko jenkura wana brabo inowaro suntiba ane Calabar na ibita manganga brama moko inkanti ebrama na tare inkanti ebrama kiribakam bare gobra sima moko mungbeni bakamewo ibo mijiseme kese da kuma indi miete minaima or brabo simi wa ibobra.
Well, it's also a question make a question me. So I'm pakrim in a way that amamebo me aranga pakai pure Calabar. Why everywhere sake December waka mamwe wa mutebe sekapo in ayetie polo mebo so in all the kind of traditional I think by in your family. So growing up, me and my we have already experienced it. But wabo moko wa langame lakma wa erim idugobrame and I agree with you that me and my gradually is fading away. And the problem challenge me is that unfortunately boy problem now we don't value our culture and tradition. Bala baking the way the Europeans, the South Americans, carnival is just to preserve their culture. Just like in preservation of this culture, that they are also promoting their political and economic culture. But when we don't look at it that way. Japubewa Dawari is fetish and all that. But what masquerade no women, they are almost the same thing as the Halloween and all that Europeans saw, tear by. But one Jumu, our big nama, one a woman, one in Agbuluma, one a yeme, and Ibietela. So there is a particular narrative that we must begin to, begin to readdress. A narrative that our culture is inferior to European culture, I don't agree with it. So whatever it takes, as a government, whatever it takes, even as private individuals, to promote and preserve that tradition that has been passed to us from generation to generation. We will also do it and ensure that we do not only pass it, but we pass it on in a better way than even what those who passed it on to us will do. That recently in UK, in called Queen Elizabeth, you will know that a funeral was not planned in 1 week. Clearly, it was not planned in 1 week after she died. This is something they had planned over time. You see that it was an attempt by the British people to showcase their economic strength, their cultural strength, their military might, their political organization. They used just one funeral of their queen to showcase the best of the British society. One in Calabar, why can't we also do that with our own? Why must we value the culture of the Europeans more than our own? Yeah, but Governor Yembe, I can say it here even on camera, that Calabar here go every traditional right, culture that does not contradict my faith, I will personally be part of it, participate in it, and join in promoting it. I will do those things, yes, but I will be physically present so that my presence will be a firm endorsement that I support it and I will continue to promote it. even to the next generation. Well, it's to pray that, Dembrake, Akametiwa, especially, Wanama has been very volatile. Politics, election, Jamapo will start the problem. Wanama, and then can say the guns and all that, and Jumi and Fiewa. It doesn't make sense. Japo in Ama, Digidiwa, they will protect and preserve, no matter their differences, political differences, and Juwagbe Sonabia. But one year, last Boisake, that is where we will turn to the battleground for other people. And Brahma, we cannot continue like that. For me, you have to go there expressly, and that's my position, that any act of violence in Kalabari land around Sopotibia, and I will not associate with anybody who supports violence. I will relate with them because they are Calabaris, and everybody who is a Kalabari is part of my constituency, but I will not in any way endorse or support, any action that will lead to, that will cause, and compromise the peace of the land. Because when we do that, all these issues of development, economy, that Moko, the backwardness of Kalabari communities we are talking about, a lot of them are anchored on our disunity, on our differences, and the fact that every election cycle we are thrown into a kind of violence. And before we heal from it, another cycle of election has come. So we are perpetually at the same level. Meanwhile, but at the end, a time will come in one Agbulawa, in this generation, what was your contribution to the progress of Kalabari? One thing about politicians, we need to look inwards and do an introspection, whether truly, if we believe in the future of Kalabari, why I encourage you? Yeah, categorically, to camera, I will not encourage it, I will not stand by. In fact, if that is the only way to get into office, Governor Meso Abayebia, I don't want to do it, I don't need it. Yeah.
Ibiama Kalabari, wabo ekweme bokunu mamie late. Treme waso ya pike ekwensi meke bom na troko kroma ne troko jiwebo 2023 akati amia mane mungba wa legite dukoye. Mina imakom na dia po Kalabari TV eyere priye yala. Omiete.